I feel invisible on LinkedIn. What I post is lucky to get 10 likes or any comment at all. Why? Oh, Nasri. Nasri. Okay. First of all, I don't know how big your audience is on LinkedIn, but the chances are it's one of a few things. Number one, your content's crap. And that's the honest one straight away out there, done and dusted. Because that's the one that everybody hates to hear. And it's a very good possibility that you're just not connecting with the audience that you're aiming at. There is also the possibility that you're just being a bit too wide. Have you got a niche? Have you got an avatar for your business? Do you know who it is that you're actually trying to aim at? Because if you don't know who it is you're trying to aim at with your business, with your brand, then the content you're creating might not be talking to them anyway. So you really need to make content that's going to talk to your avatar, who your ideal client is. Once you know who your ideal client is, then you can create content for them where they are. If you feel your audience is on LinkedIn, that's absolutely fine, but you need to know who you're talking to. Otherwise, your content ends up being a bit crap because nobody wants to interact with it. Nobody wants to do anything with it. Now, I've not seen any of your content, but potentially you might also want to think about just giving value in your content. Are you giving value or are you trying to sell? If you're trying to sell, that's a real big off-putting from people because they don't want to be sold at until they've built a connection with you. Build a connection with your audience and then step in and say, did you know I do X, Y, and Z? Can I help you with A, B, and C? But don't sell to them instantly. So don't sell to them on that first message you send them when you're trying to connect or anything like that. Because a lot of people will connect and then not disconnect because it's too much of an ask to do it, but just never interact with your content. So then the algorithm sees a high number of people following your page, but a low number of people actually interacting with the content and just goes, this stuff must be shite, and doesn't do anything with it. So I think that's probably the main things is take a good deep look at your content. Is it really any good, or actually is it a bit crap and you need to think a bit more about it? Is it directed at who you want it to be directed at as well? Are you aiming at the right person? Is your content written for a 26-year-old female who is your ideal client, or are you writing it for a 52-year-old male and actually a 26-year-old female is your ideal client? You've got to get it right. You've got to get it right. Otherwise, your content is going to tank just like yours currently is doing, or so you think. So yeah. Also, by the way, 10 likes on a piece of content, it's not that bad, to be fair, on LinkedIn. What you're really wanting to do is looking for the shares and the comments as well, though, to really get that points level up. If you've not heard me talk about this before on LinkedIn works on like a points level. So what you get is a certain number of points. If you get over 20 points in the first hour of posting a piece of content, they'll push it out to a wider audience. You get 1 point for a like, 2 points for a comment, and 3 points for a share. If you respond to a comment that somebody's commented on your content, then that also counts as pointage as well. But all the comments have to have over 4 words within them, not including your own name. So yeah, that's how LinkedIn works. Let's have a quick look at the questions. Hazaben, what do you mean avatar? I think I kind of explained it then, but basically an avatar is your ideal client. Who is he or she? Who is your perfect customer that you want to speak to? And what you do is you take yourself through a process of understanding who they are, where they're based in the world, what they do in their free time, whether they've got kids, whether they're married, whether they're gay, bisexual, straight, whatever. There's lots of different things you can really narrow it down to so that you can actually be absolutely on point with your messaging. If your message is a bit scattergun, then you're not talking to the person you want to talk to. For me, our niche for the social media content side of things is to try and help coaches, specifically mindset and life coaches, take their brand from being local to national. However, I do know that what I teach them, I can teach anybody, because everybody wants their brand to do a little bit better. Everybody wants to make a little bit more money. And so on social media, you can do that by being social, by giving value. And the rules are the same for everybody. It's when you get down to the nitty gritty, you need that consultation. So that one-to-one period with someone like myself or someone else who's a coach who can help you go, right, okay, you need to be doing this, that, and the other to talk to that person. But that's basically what an avatar is. It's your ideal client. Bit of a roundabout the houses way of telling you that.